This is the Hub City Auto Wreckers. You'll want to be very careful around this gunner stronghold. They have plenty of traps to keep anyone like ourselves out. And once you enter into the middle of it, it's a bit of a killing field occasionally. You may even find an assaultron as well as a heavily armed squad of gunners. Access to the upper part of the highway is only via the crane there. Now, this can be easily raised by going into the little caravan here, and we can tell the crane to lower. Once you do that, you could have a look at the picking manifest for this scrapyard. You can see in 2075 they had a fusion flea, a few years later a lone wanderer, and then it turns into a bit of corrupted data. There are turrets and a spotlight control for your convenience. And as I said, the gunners here will not take kindly to your presence. There's no peaceful option. You'll have to just run through them all. And by the way, there is a little trailer underneath the highway that we'll be having a look at later on. Climb on up here, and this terminal controls a few more of the spotlights and the crane. If you want to raise it again, and you can have the superior high ground. Commander Bridget is in charge of this group of gunners, and she can be found here. What makes her unique is she's wearing heavy combat armor and is guaranteed to spawn with quite a lot of it, bar her right arm. It's not clear why that's the case. The Enclave have set an encampment up just beside it in the new update, and occasionally she will use her weapon of choice that she's currently carrying, which is a fat man. Yeah, she'll pull that out. She will occasionally use it on the Enclave if the Hellfire shots get a little too close for comfort. Let's have a read of the terminal, because they were doing a bit of scouting in the surrounding areas. There's an old cannery to the east of here. We sent a scout in, posed as a trader, some guy and a couple of robots. We could probably take it with minimal resistance, but having to find someone with the technical skills to keep it operational might not be worth the effort. I've sent word along to the lieutenant. He can decide. Obviously, that's at Lukowski's cannery. The quarry here is Dunwich. It's to the north. Seems occupied by raiders. We've seen the forge heading out there as well. So it may be that they are recruiting from their numbers or obtaining resources from them. Some of our reports have received mention that they are acting a bit strangely. Bears more recon before deciding a course of action. On the Revere, scouts report several places of interest at Revere, a subway, marina, satellite array, as well as the old boardwalk. There appears to be a large number of raiders, enough to pose a threat. But with the bridge between us, it is unlikely they will be an issue. For now, we will continue scouting sorties only. So obviously they weren't 100% sure. Be sure to pick from the trunk here some goodies for yourselves. You can go to the end, and there's a few ammo boxes stored up. But what I want to show you is just beneath me, because I only found this today. Remember, if there's a dent in a trailer door, you can't open it. This one didn't have a dent. I was pleasantly surprised. Opening it will show us that there were raiders present here, or this was some kind of jail. Unlikely, given the fact there's an explosive box and some ammunition, but the dead raider gives us a wee bit of a theory that they controlled far more of this area than it would appear, and the gunners have just over time removed them. There's also a supply shed here. Be careful of the tripwire. I'll just activate it to show you what happens. A flamethrower will activate. Curiously, it doesn't ignite any of the oil on the ground. You'll have to do that yourself. Power armor station if you need to do a bit of crafting. A wee nuclear machine that you might get lucky with. Inside this trailer here is a little duffel bag. Grab what you can from that before moving out. You can check other areas of the junkyard here, and you can find the example, a bit of living space for some gunners. There's mines all over the place, spotlights, turrets. It is a bit of a killing field, so do be careful if you happen to end up in the area and you're fighting your way out. An alternative entrance is this way. It's slightly less guarded, but still a fair fight. The location itself is just beside Saugus Ironworks, south of Dunwich, on the eastern side of the map. Hope that has been helpful. Thank you for watching.